Hi everyone, I'm Garden Girl Nancy Damiano with another episode of Memory Keeping Mondays for 2peasinabucket.com. My assignment for today is to do a page on favorite places. My first thought was to do a page about Disney World or Hawaii, since really those two pages are definitely my favorites. But then I thought about it a little bit and I decided to do something that was closer to home. I thought about the places that we visit close by and that we love, places that we go to over and over again. Some of them are tourist destinations for others, but for our family, they're mostly day trips. These are the 4 photos I chose to depict some of our favorite spots. When I do a page like this, I like to add a variety of photos, like this typeface shot of my son at the Philadelphia Zoo, and then some scenery shots like this one from New York City. This one really is neither one of those things, but it has a lot of meaning to my story. My son loves superheroes, and this was from Six Flags. And then this last picture was taken probably about 5 years ago, but it's one of my favorites. I think that mixing photos from different years and types of photos will make the page more interesting. I'll show you some of the things that I pulled from my stash. The first thing is this great stripe. All of my colors are going to come from this palette. This is from October Afternoon, the Sarsaparilla collection. It's their cowboy collection, but this is one of the more neutral patterns. And then a grid I usually use for my title and to add my journaling. This one is from Studio Calico. There's a great polka dot on the other side. I like that too. This one again is from the Sarsaparilla collection by October Afternoon. Again, another one of the more non-cowboy themed patterns. I like the teal, the different shades of teal. On the other side, it's a great wood pattern. And then this one probably barely shows up. It's very pale and light and neutral, and since I have so many tiny photos, I'm going to add a lot to this page. This is going to take up a good portion of that page. And this is by Lily Bee, and it's called Whiteboard. On the other side is a great newspaper print. And then lastly, for my title, it's going to be a nice big bold title. I'm going to use this red sticker from Bella Boulevard, Sophisticate Slime. It's a nice deep red, and I like how it matches my stripe. And then to embellish, this sticker, which is actually not in the store yet, it's probably coming soon. This is Crepe Paper Storyteller. I like the colors. These are the same colors that it's in that striped paper, the same red, the same aqua, the same navy blue. These I love. These are by Heidi Swap. They're a memory file, and they come with a bunch of stickers and rub-ons, and I pulled one out. This is a Polaroid. It includes, I think, 4 Polaroids. And they're like a light chipboard. They open up. They're distressed a little bit on the outside. They're not a stark white. They're more of an off-white, and since most of the papers that I'm using are off-white, this will match perfectly. I also went ahead and printed out this little map of some of the places that we visit are on this map. So it's a local map. I printed it out on photo paper. And I'm going to place this inside of this Polaroid, and you'll see how I work that into the page later on. I also noticed when I was going through this, none of these really match what I want to do, but when I flipped it over, it has these great labels, vintage labels, and I'm definitely going to use one of those across the bottom of this Polaroid. These wooden houses by Studio Calico to tie in the home and around our home theme. And these I pulled for color, mostly, again, the aqua and the red. We'll see how we work those into the page. And then these epoxy stickers from Heidi Swap. I really like this word explore, and again, matches the colors. And I think it'll be a nice contrast to this nice big wide font from Bella. If we mix those two, I think that'll look great together. And then a few things to decorate, some gray twine, Lime Twist by My Mind's Eye. And this is all I have left of these little tabs from American Crafts Chapline. And then some mini brads in the colors that I pulled from the Sarsaparilla let's get started with the page. I'm going to start with this nice colorful stripe as my background. All the colors from the page will come from this palette. And I already went ahead and printed out my journaling on the bottom part of this graph paper. And we're just going to put this right over the top. This is cut down to 10 3/4. Okay. Then we have this very light aqua that I'm going to layer on the top. I already cut this also. This is 8 1/4. Let's see if you can see that pattern. It's very faint. Okay. And then the last layer will be this great bold polka dot, which is cut down at 1 1/2. And I'll just put this right up at the top. This gives us a nice, partially neutral, partially colorful background to work on. You see how that all came together, and I have 4 layers. The center or the focal point will be the map that I had printed out, which I'm just going to glue right to the center of this Polaroid. It's a little crooked. Okay. And also I'm going to glue it shut, because I don't want it to pop open. Okay, before I adhere that down, I'm going to use brads to mark on this map the places that the pictures are from. So I'm going to go ahead and use a piercer and pick those spots. There's Philadelphia, New York, and this you can really customize to your area. It's probably my favorite part. And the shore. While the exact beach that we visit isn't on here, that's okay because I have the general area. I couldn't make the map large enough. It wouldn't fit in the Polaroid to include that. So sometimes you have to just improvise. This is the shore area, and that's close enough. Okay. And I've chosen 4 different color brads. Okay, and then this is what it'll look like. And then I'm just going to glue this right in the center of my page. Okay. Now I have my photos. And I just have to lay these out. They're in pretty random order. See how that looks? Okay. Looks fine. Okay, now that I've finished putting down my photos, it's time to number them and then depict them on the map. So I'm going to take this number sticker and I will put a glue dot on it. And I'll just leave it there for a minute so I can have a chance to cut my twine. This is just a light gray twine, but you can use any color. I didn't want the twine to stand out that much. That's why I chose gray. And it's to this one, so I'll cut it more or less. I want to leave a little bit more, and I will trim when I'm done. Okay. And the reason why I am putting a glue dot on the back of a sticker is because I wanted to give it some extra stick, because this is going to pull this across the layout, and I just want to make sure that the twine stays on the sticker. So that'll just give it a little bit of extra strength. Okay, we'll put it down on the photo. Now it serves as my anchor, and I can pull it across to the brad that depicts this picture. And I'm going to wrap it around. So I want this to be taut. And then I'll trim it. And that's it. Now I'll go around and do the same thing for each of these photos. Okay, I finished up all my labels and brads. And next I'm going to place one of these labels on my Polaroid. And I already ran this black one through my printer. And it just has the number and the place of each picture. Next we'll move on to our title area, which I'm going to put right in this spot here. And I'm going to start out with this sticker. It's like a pale blue with a grid and a circle in the center. And I'm going to place this down right about here. And this will just serve as a grounding spot for part of my title. And it also matches this aqua blue color that's in the stripe and in the grid. Okay. And I decided to use this nice bold red large font. And I'm going to run that title right through here. It's called Our Favorites. And I like to use this grid type of pattern when using letter stickers because it makes it so easy to get them in a straight line. I like these little circles too that Bella gives for the center of the O, just for the title. Looks like a little target too. Next I'm going to add some of these little wood houses. I like that they tie in with our theme and add another layer of texture to the page. I added a glue dot. I'll just randomly put them on here. You could also paint these too if you wanted to match the color scheme. But I'll keep it simple for today. And then the last part is this epoxy sticker. I like how skinny this title is and how intricate it is. Just be careful when removing it. And we'll overlap it a little bit. And this is why I used this sticker, was a place to ground this. If I had just put it right directly on this pattern without this sticker, it would probably get lost. But this really makes it stand out and be a focal point of the layout. And that's it. We have our page depicting our favorite places near our hometown, places we go to all the time. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of Memory Keeping Mondays, and I'll see you next time.